Somehow I can still see. Children look like burnt paper. Black. Not moving. And then the blast wave hits them. And they fly apart like leaves.
Dreams. The end of the world are very common.
It's not a dream anymore, it's real. I know the date it happens.
I'm sure it feels very real to you.
On August 29th, 1997, it's gonna feel pretty fucking real to you, too. Anybody not wearing 2 million sunblock is gonna have a real bad day, get it? Good, you think you're safe and alive?
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles in Great Millstone. And Barakatham to you brothers as I am teaching this truth with faith and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, okay? And this article is on Bloomberg.com. And the title is Biden's Iran nuclear deal ambitions shrink as tensions flare, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit. And I don't know why it's not loading up. I'm in a bad spot for internet. Okay, so the Biden administration faces the sobering reality that returning to the Iran nuclear deal may no longer be feasible as the Islamic Republic finds ways to cope with U.S. sanctions and races toward the capacity to build a bomb, okay? And you know, Israel is not going to let that happen, you know? Israel is not going to let Israel is either going to attack when they announce that they finished the bomb, or they're going to attack, you know, before they complete that bomb, you know? I was just reading another article that Iran is only, what they say, 2.5 months away from enriching enough uranium to make a nuclear bomb, you know? And and those, you know, those so-called Jewish people over there in the land of Israel, they're not going to let that happen, man. And I'm going to go get a scripture. And basically, this is how World War III is going to happen, you know? And this is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of Yahweh that he hath taken against Edom, okay? And Edom are you so-called white people, okay? And his purposes that he hath proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. And who is the least of the flock? Okay? The least of Edom. The least of you so-called white people. And that's Amalek. Okay? You so-called Jewish people that dwell in the land of Israel today. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. And who are you drawing out? Okay? Who are you drawing out? You're drawing out America, which is Babylon the Great. You're going to draw America out into that World War III because Israel is going to attack Iran, okay? Israel is going to attack Iran, and America is going to come to their defense, and is going to set off World War III because Iran has pacts with Russia. And Russia is going to bring China, and you know it's all, you know, it's all downhill from there, you know. Okay? Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them, because Russia, China, okay, every nation that has the power to shoot nuclear missiles will shoot them. Mainly at this place, Babylon the Great, and also over there, Israel, okay? And let me go to chapter Jeremiah chapter 50, and this is verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. Okay? So an assembly of great nations. And the main nation is going to be Russia. Okay? It's going to be China. Basically every nuclear missile, every country that has the power to shoot a nuclear missile, it will be shot. And they set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrow shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Okay? And Russia was boasting about how those new hypersonic missiles, how those new hypersonic missiles can get past America's missile defense, and how one missile can take out an area as large as Texas. Come on, man. And they're proud of that, man. Okay? And this is verse 14, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows. For she have sinned against Yahweh, man. And this place, America, it's the most wickedest empire ever erected on the face of the earth, man. And you ain't got to look far to understand why, man. You know? And I can't say too much about it, or you know, this video might get taken down off YouTube, but I don't think you really need to explain why, man. You got women trying to be men, men turning themselves into, you know, females, stuff like that, you know? And they putting it all on the TVs and the media and your children's faces, you know? And this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? And America is known as the hammer of the earth because of its military. But all these other countries, you know, they've been catching up. How is the hammer of the earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? How? Because all these other countries have been building up their nuclear, you know, their nuclear arsenal. Okay, and let me go get Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. No. Let me see here 1 second. Okay. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 10. Okay. To go along with what I was just saying, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And that's what these nations have been doing, man. They've been spending all their money on, you know, weapons of destruction, man. Let the weak say, I am strong. And that's what Russia, China, okay, Iran, all these countries have been doing. They've been building up their nuclear arsenal basically up to this point. Basically to the point where they're not scared anymore to go to war with America, Babylon the Great. Okay? And that's pretty much all I want to go into on this lesson, you know? It's almost over. Because, man, it's almost over because you got this COVID-19 Delta shit kicking back off, and they planning on, you know, not letting you go into stores and shop for groceries unless you have a damn COVID vaccine. And that's just going to, you know, that's just going to make it a lot harder for people. And if the Lord is not with them, they're going to submit to, you know, to Esau and these draconian laws, you know. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles. Shalom to the hopefully elect. I hope you're edified.